Hey everyone, welcome back to Everlasting Luxury. Today we're talking about Lotus silk. Honestly, I didn't even know anything about this until now, so hop on as we'll discuss Lotus silk in detail. Lotus silk is one of the rarest fabrics in the world. It is a type of textile produced using delicate lotus stem fibers. The fabric first originated in Myanmar and is now also woven by smaller-scale cottage industries in Vietnam. Due to the complexity and labor-intensive nature of weaving lotus fibers, lotus silk is considered one of the most expensive fabrics in the world. This herbal fiber is created from the stem of the lotus flower, with every unmarried strand of silk being extracted from the lotus stem through hand. Origin: Lotus silk weaving originated in the Inle Lake in Myanmar's Shan state. Lotus weaving was invented by an ethnic Intha woman named Sa U in the village of Kiang Khan in the early 1900s. She first wove a Buddhist monastic robe using lotus fibers, called Kia Thingan, as an offering to the abbot of a local monastery, and offered similar monastic robes to the principal Buddha images at Phong Ta U Pagoda. The tradition of robe weaving has a long history in Myanmar. During the Taza Undang festival, robe weaving competitions are held throughout major Burmese pagodas. Lotus silk was first used to weave monastic robes as an offering to Buddha images or Buddhist monks, but is now also used for a variety of clothing types, including scarves and hats. The weaving practice went extinct after her death, and was subsequently revived by her relatives, Tun Yi and On Kiai, who began a cooperative to modernize and systemize the weaving practice. In 2017, Phan Thai Tuan, a weaver near Hanoi, introduced the weaving practice to Vietnam. Complicated process. The natural fiber is only extracted by a few skilled craftspeople across the world, but making this silk isn't easy. Extracting enough lotus silk for one scarf can take 2 months, and the final product can cost 10 times as much as regular silk. The threads need to be processed within 24 hours, and so harvesting has to be done each day. Phan Thai Tuan's family have been making silk for generations, growing and harvesting the threads from silkworms themselves to create luxury garments. But making lotus silk is different. Silk usually comes from silkworms. They are kept on wide trays and need to be fed almost 24 hours a day with mulberry leaves. The caterpillars delicately spin threads to create their cocoons, and it can take hundreds of silkworms to make a kilo of silk. But while the insects require careful looking after, they do most of the hard work themselves. The lotus is Vietnam's national flower and a plant that's grown across the country. While this fabric has been made for years in Myanmar, Phan Thai Tuan has only experimented with this fiber starting in 2017. Once the stem is selected and picked by hand, the silk inside can be extracted. Each stem contains a minuscule amount of thin, sticky fibers, which must be rolled together and dried. Regular silk is made from cocoons of silkworms. Lotus silk is made from the stems of lotus flowers. There is a lotus flower season only during which the flower can be plucked. The stem contains the silk threads which have to be manually extracted when the stem is wet, or they break. These threads are then reeled and made into longer thread, but they are weak. The threads need to be processed within 24 hours while they're still wet, otherwise they'll break. And the lotus plants are only available to harvest between April and October. Once you've gone through the hard work of extracting these fibers, they're incredibly delicate. Once dry, these threads are carefully weighed down and delicately hand-spooled. Then they're put into the loom. These fibers are fragile, but once woven can be as durable as traditional silk. Phan has a team of 20 workers creating these fibers each day, allowing them to produce 10 to 20 scarves each month. But when a 25-centimeter scarf can sell for just over $200, the hard work is worth it. The final product is unlike any other fiber. It's soft like silk, breathable like linen, and slightly elastic. But its scale has been limited, as there are still few trained in the making of these silk threads. But despite the work involved, Phan Thai Tuan is hoping that this skill could one day grow to become a larger industry. Lotus silk is softer and more flexible than traditional silk. The silk is fairly elastic with the breathability of linen. Lotus silk is so expensive because the quantity produced each year is very less and the demand is high. These luxurious traits have made it popular with tourists searching for rare souvenirs. It's also recently been picked up by the international fashion brands searching for new luxury fiber, one of the rarest fabrics internationally. As we see, Lotus silk is gaining popularity among worldwide fashion designers to create high-style products. Well, that's it for today. I hope you liked this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.